So, welcome to 12 Apostle Helicopters. My name's Andrew, I'll take you up today. Looks like it's a pretty amazing day up there. If you do want to hang on, there's a handle above your door here, or in the back there you can use this bar, but it should be very, very smooth. Our internal camera, that's this one. That's you guys there. Hello. Ready to go?
Thanks.
Alright, I'll wind it up and we'll make our departure. Pop it on the tail camera for takeoff. And away we go. Okay, so up we go. If you're looking out to the left now as we head across the coast, you're looking at the tops of some of our Apostle rocks. We split them when we take off in this direction, they'll be on our left and right. When we come back from Port Campbell, we'll come all the way back down to that eastern tip. You'll get to see them all lined up as we cross the coast there as well. For now, on we go. Get a nice close view of one of the tallest pointed Apostle rock stacks. Officially, there's only 8 of them still standing. The last one that fell down was in 2005, and on the way back past, we'll see the remains of it on the beach. The actual Apostle section finishes at this rocky point here. That last huge thick one passing us now is the last one that we'll see until we come back. We have the 2 sisters and the salt and pepper shakers on our right hand side there now. The salt and pepper shakers kind of looks like 2 stuck together. You'll probably see it on a better angle as we come back. Is it a good view?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Now the next little area here with all these deep coves. One of them there with the archway at the front runs into Lockhart Gorge. You may have heard of it. It was a very famous shipwreck back in 1878. It ran right into the tip of the island we're passing, and it sank. There was only 2 people that survived, and they actually got washed into a beach inside a narrow opening back there, and were able to climb out the cliffs. We'll see just how lucky they were as we come back. Get a really nice angle looking straight in there. This is Broken Head down on the right there now. You can see the walking trails up on top of the cliffs. It'll bring you out there. You can also walk down to the Sherbrooke River mouth, just over at the back of the beach there. And the rock you can see next to us with the light shining through it, they call that one the Baker's Oven. The hole is supposed to resemble some kind of wood fire oven. I didn't name that, that was from a long time ago. Where we're headed to next is right up to Sentinel Rock, which is that huge rock stack sitting in the water there. It's the tallest one along the coast here. Pretty hard to judge, but it stands about 75 metres high. As we get up a bit closer, you'll probably be able to see some cars on the Great Ocean Road up on the cliff top, and that'll give you a pretty good idea just how big that actually is. It's also probably one of the best examples of how these rocks used to be part of our coast. Just like the Apostles, the erosion's what eats away at the coast and leaves behind these harder or more dense stacks. If you're looking halfway up Sentinel Rock, you'll see those coloured bands, and you'll notice they match directly back to the cliff behind. At some stage in the last million years or so, yeah, these rocks were part of our coast. So there's a little motorbike on the Great Ocean Road there. You can almost barely see him. It gives you an idea just how big it actually is. Up ahead, the rooftops you can see on the cliff, that's the start of Port Campbell Township. It swoops down into the valley, and in the distance is Point Hess. We're actually going to climb up here and head back towards the Apostles. So I'll pop it on the internal camera here while we go up and around, just to make sure you guys are okay. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Ireland.
Alright, first time in a helicopter?
No, it's our second time, but it's my little brother's first time.
Oh, right. I was going to say you're all pretty relaxed. As we come around, you can see that nice afternoon light hitting the Apostles down ahead of us. This time of the afternoon is really good on days like this because the sun hits all the cliffs and it's behind us, so you get to see that amazing sort of turquoise colour in the water as well.
Oh.
You can see at the base of some of the cliffs these little cave sections and undercut parts up. The ocean eats away at these cliffs, I guess, non-stop, and eventually it undercuts or carves its way through the coast, and sooner or later those overhanging parts will shear off and drop away, which is what keeps the walls of our cliffs so vertical. See the Sherbrooke River now running down to the beach there. Now that island where the Lockhart shipwreck happened is coming up again on our left hand side, and as we pass it you'll see it's actually got a pretty unique shape. We're a little bit higher up, so you get to see that it's shaped like a seahorse. See just across there? So the ship ran right into the tip of it there and sank, and up behind its head you'll see there's a narrow opening there that runs into a sandy beach that you'll see in a sec. That's where the survivors washed in, and that's the only beach that exists in that area on all tides. And the cliffs at the back of Lockhart were graded enough that they were able to climb out. Salt and pepper shakers looking more like salt and pepper shakers. And now here we come back to the Apostles. If you wanted to count the 8 that remain, that huge thick one there is number 1. In the back of the cove behind it, you've got a much shorter stack, which was taller. That's number 2. Number 3 is this tall pointed one. Then we have 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7's the smallest one there on the beach. And then number 8, the big one, on this side of that rocky point. The 2 on the far side, they're not actually included in the Apostle count. They call them Gog and Magog. They're on a different beach, they must be the neighbours. And the one that fell down in 2005, if you're looking down below the car park, you'll see that pile of rocks just in the shoreline there. That's what remains of it. All those darker patches in the water are the rock and reef that lies below the surface, and the bright blue sections are pretty much the sandy bottom. The waters are very clear at the moment. Way on down in the distance is Moonlight Head. If you carried on in that direction, you'd end up back in Melbourne in about an hour. We're actually going to cross the coast here on our way back to the heliport. You'll get some amazing shots out the left here now.
Wow.
So as we bring it right around, they call it the postcard shot. Quite a bit of sun glare, but still amazing today. And down here below is Gibson Steps. They sort of zigzag down the cliff and bringing those people down onto the beach. When the tide's low enough, you can walk right up next to those other rocks. So what did you think?
That was
Pretty good.
amazing.
I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to make our way back to the old heliport here now. Alright, that's us back on the ground.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for flying with us. I'll pop it on the internal camera there. Bye bye guys, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Your headsets you can pop off and hang on the hooks up the top here. And the guys will grab your doors, seatbelts, there you go.